Hey, oh, there we go. Hey, we have sound. Sorry about that. I just partially unplugged my little microphone here. So, look, you guys, I want to thank everybody who has been helping me, whether you know it or not. There's many of you who I follow on YouTube, and I watch a lot of your videos, and I'm just really thankful for you. The Scavenger Life, Entrepreneur Girl, um, Picking Profits, the Global Voodoo, Raking Profits. You guys have been really, really helpful to me. And what I want to do with this Google Hangout is share what little bit of wisdom I have with Twitter. I have 3 Twitter accounts. Technically, I have 4. I do a podcast on a Christian radio show called the Bible Thumping Wingnut Show, and so I'm a co-manager of that Twitter page. Also, that one is well over 15,000 Twitter followers. My personal has about 1,400 Twitter followers, and the Potter's Pickers has just gone over 900 Twitter followers. And I just started 2 months ago, and I want to show you how I get Twitter followers. And I want you to know that it's not enough just to have a warm body, okay? It's not enough just to have a follower. You want followers who may actually be qualified buyers. And what I want to show you tonight is how you can help yourself by targeting people who may be buyers. So let me show you what I do. I am going to go to our little screen share deal here. I'm going to share. We're going to get our fun little infinity screen. And so what I want to do first is show you my personal Twitter account. So this is me, Potter's Pickers. You can see here it is at Potter_Pickers. I have 914 follows. I'm following 1,216. I have 295 tweets. Let me just show you. I've been on Twitter for about 8 weeks. Okay. And what I do here, I am basically tweeting. I make a listing, and when after you complete your listing, after you publish it, you can share it, and I share it to Twitter. And for example, here's a tweet that I did today on a women's NFL hat, a Colts hat that I found. I listed that, and I tweeted at eBay, at NFL, at Colts. And, then whoever's looking at it can view this listing. And there you see it. So what do I do to get Twitter followers? Well, one thing that I want to do is I want to find eBay buyers. So what do I do? The first thing I do is I go to a website called tweepy.com. And I'm just going to log in here. If you're already on Twitter, you can just log in with your regular Twitter login and password. And it's going to show you, give you some options here. It tells you that you're following 558 tweeps who are not following you back. You have 256 tweeps who are following you, but I'm not following them back. But here's the main thing you want. You want to follow followers. Follow followers. So I'm going to click on that. And so under follow followers, it says here, let's say you want to follow someone, and here's one that I haven't done yet. I've gone to eBay, at eBay, at Picking Profits, and some others. And so here's Bonanza Market. This is Bonanza. So what I'm going to do, they have 15,700 followers. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go right into, where'd it go? There we go. Tweepy. And click on the Start Following button. And so there's some interesting things that there's a couple of ways that you can do this, okay? And here's what you see. You see who the users are that are following Bonanza. So, and it'll show you over here on the far right column, there's 3 columns: the location, number of followers, our last tweet, and whether or not we follow one another. So it shows I'm following some. We have some mutual followings here. So basically, all I'm going to do, you can go to, let's see here, go to columns, and you can put on here their follow ratio. Their follow ratio, anytime it's over 100%, you guys, that means that they basically follow back anybody who follows them. These are people who, if you follow them, they are high. The higher this number is, the more likely they are to reciprocate on your follow. Now, the question automatically becomes, well, how often can I do this? This is something I do probably twice a week. I haven't been doing it that faithfully recently because I've had some really good responses. So what you have to do, you have to have the cycle of following and then purging those who don't follow back. Now, for purging those who don't follow me back, I use this website called manageflitter.com. So I go to ManageFlitter, and I'm going to connect to Twitter. And it says loading at Potter Pickers here. So it's going into my Twitter account right now, and it's kind of accessing, and it's going to show me some really critical information here. Now, remember, I want people who I think are likely to buy from me. I don't just want a bunch of warm bodies here. And you see here over on the left column, you have the very top one, not following back, and you have the option here to unfollow. And let me just enlarge my screen a little bit. Inactive. This is a good one to look at. Inactive. These are people who haven't tweeted in 30 days. Okay, so it's been at least 30 days. So these people are inactive. I'm just going to go through and unfollow all of these people. Now, there's some things that a few hoops you have to jump through with this website to get to the point where you can unfollow more than like 100 people. I'm at the point now because, I tweeted that I followed ManageFlitter. I tweeted something about them, and it says I still have 1,200 bonus unfollows left to unlock. I can jump through more hoops to get those. Here, I can look at fake following. Who is a fake person that I'm following here, and I can go right here and unfollow all of these. And you can see I've already unfollowed 104. I go back to my page here. It says I'm following 1,216. I refresh that, and it goes down to 1,112. So you see it's working as we speak. As we're doing it. Following ratio, talkative, quiet, etc. Basically, here's what I want. I want people who aren't following me back. And this is the 1,215th person I followed. Okay, so it's going to the most recent, or you can go to the oldest. So they were the 548th person that I followed, and they tweeted 23 hours ago, so chances are they are not going to follow me back. So I'm just going to go through here, and I'm going to purge all of these out. And you get pretty quick with that button after you've done this a while. Remember, I've done this for 3 Twitter accounts, and I've actually helped several other Twitter users with the same method. For my podcast, I have a sponsor of our podcast called Wrath and Grace Clothing, a Christian clothing line. And I asked him when we started with him back in April if he is on Twitter. He said, "No, I don't do nothing with Twitter. I don't think it's very effective." I said, "Well, let me help you out." So I talked him into letting me manage his Twitter for a while. Within 20 minutes of me doing this method, he had 2 hits on his PayPal. He had 2 sales come in within 20 minutes, and his phone was blowing up all night. And he called me the next day. He said, "Len, I cannot believe I've been sleeping on Twitter all this time." So, and what I do with someone like him is I go and follow his competitors. There's a few different Christian clothing lines, and I went and followed their followers because those are people who are presumably at least interested in possibly already buying Christian clothing. So we can go and target the competitors, the competition's buyers, and poach some of those sales. Now, is it unethical? I don't think so. You're just being wise and finding the right people. So I have unfollowed a whole bunch of people here. We go back to my page. We were a little over 1,200 when I started this process. Now we're down to 630 following, 914 followers. So let me go back to Tweepy. With Tweepy, again, look, I'm looking at Bonanza here. I've already done some with eBay, with some other YouTube, like Picking Profits, Global Voodoo. I think I did. I can't remember. Maybe he's not even on Twitter. But I know I did Picking Profits, and I got really good results. A lot of his followers followed me back. So I'm just going to go right down the line. Now, look, it's a little putsy to do it, but you can be a little bit more, have a little more discretion and just follow the ones that have the high follow ratio. I don't do that. I would rather just go through this, and typically you want to do 500 to 1,000 a day. Twitter is very very sensitive to the number of followers. They call it churning. If you do this often, you could have Twitter lock your account and say that you are churning. Because let's say, for instance, you go to eBay. You start to follow eBay followers. Now they have, I think, hundreds of thousands, certainly tens of thousands of followers. You can't do this all at once with them. So you have to do like 500 to 1,000 at a time. What'll happen is if you follow somebody and then unfollow them and then refollow them and unfollow them, and this is a person that maybe, doesn't get very many followers, and they notice it, they'll report you to Twitter. And pretty soon Twitter is going to start looking at your activity. Now, it's not a big deal. You can go in and reset your password and everything, and you're not going to lose your follower base or anything like that. But that's why I recommend doing this once, maybe twice a week. And doing this, you should net yourself several hundred followers every week. And again, what are we doing? We're trying to get people who we're trying to drive traffic to our eBay listings. That's the bottom line here. Whether or not they'll buy, we don't know. These may be, I'm sure we can say with confidence that a lot of these followers are people like us. They're pickers, they're online resellers, and they're trying to do the same thing that we're doing, and that's fine. It's good to see what other people are listing too. Maybe you start to see someone who's listing a lot of common items, and you're like, oh, maybe I need to look into this and see if they're having good luck selling it. Maybe I can have luck selling it too. So this is a really effective method, just for helping to grow your business, in my opinion. So you're probably getting bored of watching the screen scroll. What I would really want to do is just show you the nuts and bolts of it. So I was down to about 600 followers, 610, I think, before I started doing this. So let's see what I'm up to now, and let's see if anyone's starting to follow me back yet. Okay, let me just refresh the page here. Start with 630. I'm now following 1,037. I have some notifications here. So it shows that in the last couple of hours here, I've had Bobby Dixon and 28 others follow me. And this is another interesting thing. You can see here that this person has 74,600 followers. following 75.2 thousand. So probably kind of using the same method that I'm using to get their followers. This might be a person where I want to go and follow theirs, because if they're using this method, guess what? They have a high percentage of people who reciprocate when you follow them. So that's always good to take note of that. So yeah, I mean, this has been for me a really, really effective method. And I'm going to go back to my screen here. I'm going to stop screen sharing. Stop. Okay, so I'm just going to stop screen sharing there, because I think that you kind of get the point of what it is that I'm trying to show you here. And again, I just wanted to do this because you guys, whether you know it or not, have been a massive help to me. Oh man, I wish I could remember the user's name, but there's a video said things that anyone can sell on eBay, and one of the things he said was coffee mugs. Well, let me just show you my coffee mug selection, and that's just a fraction of them. I have a flea market that I do once a week, and I have about that many at my flea market booth also. Those are just ones that I currently have listed on my eBay account, and there's some that I need to list yet tonight. So I really hope that this is helpful and beneficial to you. I think that if you aren't using social media to promote yourself, and I know most of you are, you have to, right? I mean, it makes sense. It's like free advertising. Why would you not use social media? But are you using it as absolutely effectively as you could be? That's the point. The point is, in using social media to target the people who you think are going to benefit you or be mutually beneficial at the very least. They're either going to be buyers or people who can help you improve in some way. And, you know, we want to help one another. That's what this community is all about. So yeah, please subscribe to my channel. You know, leave comments, and I know some of y'all do hangouts regularly and stuff. I would love to be invited to some of these. As a new guy, I would love to pick some of your brains, ask a lot of questions. I have so many questions, especially about Amazon FBA. I'm really struggling to put together my first Amazon FBA order. We have some really good stuff right under our own roof. Basically, we started with books that we already own, and I hit a thrift store that had a whole bunch of old textbooks that are really good and valuable. So, and I think in our Amazon FBA order we're putting together, I think at the most, we're sending in 66 items. I think we bought maybe 8 or 10 of them. So we're just trying to get our feet wet with it and trying to understand it. And I would love, love, love to talk to some of you. I know Entrepreneur Girl, you have an Amazon FBA group on Facebook that I still need to join. And Global Voodoo, I know Picking Profits, all you guys do this stuff. As a newbie, I would love your help, and I hope that you guys find this video helpful. You know, as a new guy, I feel like this is maybe the one thing I can bring to the table, and maybe you guys already know this stuff and I'm just being completely redundant. But nonetheless, I hope it was helpful. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment. I left all the links to all my social media down in the description box, so please go and follow us in all those places. Thanks for watching. God bless. Good night.